Hello and welcome to How to Make Money with Clickup. We're going to use Clickup to improve both the business operations or revenue for a business. So in this use case, we're going to build a sales CRM. So if you are a real estate agent, coach, consultant, e-commerce, small business, and you want to track all of your sales, a sales CRM can be built in Clickup, which is what we're going to do as an example and in this tutorial. So you get to learn how to use Clickup, and this is going to help increase your revenue. Hands down, we just installed Clickup for a client for a barbershop. They were leaving thousands of dollars on the table by just not having a CRM. So we're going to use Clickup as our CRM. First, let's talk about prices. Super quickly, I am on the business tier here at 12 bucks. Is super affordable compared to all the other CRMs that are very expensive. So mainly because I'm going to be using dashboards and forms. I think it's the advanced dashboard features that I'm going to be using. So that's why I'm on the business tier. So let's get started. I'm logged into my account, and on the left hand side, let's talk about our navigation panel. Where do we find all the things that we need? Everything is going to be under spaces. Think of spaces as rooms in your business. So I have a room for content, I have a room for business, I have a room that's just for personal stuff. And in that room, we're going to create a list. So I'm going to create a space and we're going to call this business. It could be called, let's call it sales. It could be called sales and marketing. Description, I don't care about description. I don't care about color. Next, statuses. Okay, we'll come back to statuses. Let's just do simple. I definitely want custom fields, don't want time tracking, don't want multiple assignees, don't want tags, don't want priority. That's really all I need. Don't want dependency and don't want incomplete warnings, mainly because the simpler that you set it up, the more reliable that it's going to be. We could do email in the future, but I just want custom fields. That is the most powerful tool, like to do custom fields. So now we're basically setting up a space that's giving us like, do you want a list view? I only want just a list view as default, and then because you can always build and expand from here. So this isn't the be all end all. This is just to quickly, again, create a space called sales, and in that space we have a bunch of lists, and so we're going to have a list that we're going to call. Let's give it a name. So let's click over here and let's call it sales pipeline. Cool. So now with lists, I'm just going to click the X because I like to just build from scratch. So super simple. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to customize our list. So we're going to add columns that we need. You want to think of it like information that's important. So let's set it up with, I'm just going to put my name here just so I can fill. The next thing that we want to do is we want to customize the columns or add some extra fields that are relevant for our business, like phone number, email, address, service they're interested in. We'll just start there, and like potential revenue. So we're going to create now custom fields. So if we click on just like a custom task, you could add task, Bob, doesn't matter. You could just click on it. Great. So now we get our task view. Just to give you a little navigation of like the task view, you can mark it as complete, your status, who owns it is the assignee, like does it go to Bob, does it go to Sally, when is there a due date, does this lead need to be followed up in a day, a week, or anything like that. But right here we have custom fields because we want to store information about this lead for our business, like a phone number. Phone. What is the type? We're going to give it, they have different data types, or pretty much so that all the information is standardized, but it gets really cool features. Required, I definitely want to pin it, and I'm going to click create. So now they have a new thing called custom field manager where we can add custom fields to this list. So while we're here, let's create another field for our website or their website. So we're going to do type. I think they have a website one right here. Yep. Great. And we'll make it pinned and click create. So we're creating fields. What else do we have? Yep. I also want a address type. I believe they have, I think it's like location. Location pinned. And then let's do a number field for the amount for revenue. So revenue. This is going to be a number, pinned, create. Perfect. Phone number, I definitely need their emails last. Email, type, it's going to be email, there it is. Perfect, and pinned. And we'll click create. Looking good. So we've created for our list sales pipeline, we've created custom fields, email, location, number, phone number, and website. So if we click the X, we can see our custom fields here. And let's test them out. Let's fill them in. So address, let's do I don't know what the address, let's do this. So I'm just going to grab an address. And I think for ClickUp, you have to wait till it populates the address for it to save and actually show. test@gmail.com, phone number. Look how it formats the data automatically, which is great. This is going to be a $1 million revenue project. And then website is my website. Nice. So let's see what that did. If we go out to here, click out, we have Jonathan. Oh, but wait, our fields aren't showing. So let's show our fields by clicking the add column right here. And if you scroll down, you'll see your custom fields here. So we're just going to click on each of those so that we can see, click show hide, because now we can see our custom ones: email, phone, revenue, website. Great. So we got phone, website. I'm going to put due date at the very end and assign E. We're missing notes too. Let's see if we can add a field here. New column, click notes. So you can add a field from here as well too, called notes, just a text field. Great. So what do we have here? We have, let's actually duplicate this. So we have some records. So I'm going to select this, and then we get toolbars. These are like tools that you could do multiple options. So I'm just going to duplicate this as tasks, throw it in my sales pipeline. Boom, I get Jonathan and Jonathan too. Perfect. Let's get rid of Bob. So I'm going to select Bob and then click delete. Cool. Now, let's say I want to view this list in a Kanban board, so like a Trello board. So we're going to click on view, and now we're going to select our next one, board, and then we're going to click add board. So this is another way to view this same exact data. Oh, looks like we need some status columns. So you can do it from here, click on the status, 3 dots, and you can go to manage statuses. Nice. So we have to do, in progress, complete. I like that. Super simple. You could get more complex, which is like discovery, call, booked, or follow up, so that you can move them through different stages. And then I'll click save. So now, how do you change a status? So a couple different ways. You can click on the circle, and then you can change the status from like to do to follow up. I would like follow up to show up below, and I would like to do to be new lead. So if you click on it, we're going to rename it new lead. And see how the grouping, click on grouping, and then to sort, there's ascending and there's very tiny ascending, descending. So we're going to click that arrow again. So just to sort, click on group, and then we're clicking this up arrow and down arrow to sort it, so that I have new lead at the top and follow up at the bottom. That's looking good. I want this to be red, and I want follow up to be blue. So if you click on it, you can change the color. Nice. And then let's go back to our board view. So new lead, follow up, great. So now you can keep track of everything, but we're not seeing our extra information. So let's show some information. So if we go to customize, we can go to fields, and then we can click on custom fields, and then we can click on our custom fields. Perfect. And then we can click out. So now we can see, Jonathan, Griffith Observatory, email, that address, and the website. Let me add a different address for Jonathan too. So I'm going to just delete that, add a new address, click on it to verify. So we saw a board view. Let's check out another view for map so we can see these addresses in a map view. So we're going to click on new, go down to map, and then click add map. Perfect. And then we'll have our location field, which is the address field. There's our two addresses. So our lead number 1, Jonathan 2, and our lead number, well, that's lead number 2 and lead number 1, Jonathan and Jonathan 2. Nice, looking very cool. So we've got, zoom out a little. So we're looking at our information in a Kanban board view, in a map view, in a list view with our different statuses and all our information. So from the list view, let's say you want to see the total of how many leads that you have in a couple pipelines. So let's say, great. So to calculate, you can click on the calculate button at the bottom of the column and do sum. Do you want to do the sum, average, range? I want to do the sum and click calculate. And it's going to do it for both columns. So you can see we have in our follow-up pipeline $1 million in potential revenue, and our new leads we have $2 million in potential revenue. Looking good. So the next thing we want to do is how to add forms, because I want to, let's say I'm hosting an event and I want to have a very simple form on a tablet that people can sign into, and it automatically goes into my sales pipeline automatically without a website. So we're going to click on view, and we're going to go down to form, and then we'll click on add form. Perfect. And then we have all our custom fields, standard, and then custom fields on the left side. We have our form in 2 modes, edit mode and demo mode, and then extra settings here. So let's step 1, add some columns. Boom, for our name, and we can rename it to say first name. Looks good. Cool. Let's add their phone number. So click drag, and then their email. Perfect. So name, phone number, and email. That looks good. When they submit, we can edit the response, say thank you. And since I'm on the Pro, I'm going to uncheck the branding and then allow them to submit another response. And then the other cool thing is, like, especially when you go to the Pro, you definitely either want to assign it or use templates. Templates are ways that you could assign it using special, like you could pre-populate it, which is really cool. So I have my form, and now I'm going to be new clients. And I'll be like, enter your name and email, and we will send you a gift. Cool. And then let's test out it. So we'll click on view, and then we could test. Looks good. And now it's active. We could click copy link, and then go to that link on any device, and it will show up, and we could say, and we'll click submit. Great. And then we can also click this button to submit another one, or you could just refresh the page. That's another way. But now if we go back to our list view and we click on list, there's Bob Smith, and he came in under new lead. If we refresh that, I want follow up. So hold on. There, we'll resort. Perfect. So new leads at the very top. And then I want to sort them based on when they came in. So let's add a standard column, new column, actually show hide. These are standard columns right here. And I want date created. Great. And then clicking here saying, hey, you're making a lot of changes to the view. Do you want to make it standard for everyone? And I want to say yes, and autosave. Date created December 17th. Perfect. And then I'm going to sort. So we're going to sort based on this column next. So when they come in, Bob Smith came in. He's the newest one. Now it's sorted by new lead at the top, follow up at the bottom, and then we could go all the way to completed. Oh, it hides it, but we want to show it. So we're going to click on show closed so that we can see the full pipeline, which is great. And that's the goal. So you're adding some notes, And then you're changing the status from here to follow up. Great. We can see the date they came in. We can see all their contact information, the address for the email, the phone number. Even if it's formatted, we can click on this and it will actually call them from here, which is real nice. The next step and last, let's do a dashboard, because let's say I want to see the number of deals I have in each of the pipelines. How many in new, how many in follow up, and how many in completed. So now we're going to create a dashboard. So we're going to go to the left side and click on the dashboard icon. And then we're going to click on the new dashboard at the very upper right hand corner. And we're going to just say create a custom dashboard. We're going to create two dashboards. One to show me how many new leads do I have, and two, that's going to show me how many sales I've made. And then three, show me total number of sales. So we're just going to use very simple calculation charts right here. And then we'll click, this is going to be total leads. And then I'm going to look at my sales pipeline, click, and just count the number of tasks. Super simple. I could filter by date created this month, but we're just going to keep it simple. And so I can see I have 3 leads in my pipeline. Let's filter, because I just want leads. So we go there, filter where status is, and I only want active. Confirm and apply, and then save. Better. So the next thing, I want total number of leads. I also want total number of sales. So I'm going to add a card right here. We're going to do a custom and then do a calculation. This one's going to be total sales. We're going to go for our list sales pipeline, view that space. And then we're going to go to numbers, go to revenue, that's our field, and we're going to sum the value there. And I only want them where in the filter, where status is, it could be is or is not. And then we're going to say only from the close. Click confirm, click apply, click add. So we're saying we only want total sales from our sales pipeline list. Look at the field or column for revenue, give me the sum of all of them, and show me that in dollar value. And then we're going to click add card. Oh, look at that, looking nice. Let's say I want to see those deals right here. So I'm going to click on add card, and then I'm going to go for a task list. I'm going to say this is going to be close win deals, because I want to see all the deals that my sales team won. And then I'll click sales, sales pipeline, status, group by status. Yeah, that's fine. And filter, because I only want where the status is completed. I don't want to see the pending ones. Okay, add card. Great, so now I can see a list. I'm going to stretch it out over here. Great, so very simple. I can now see the total number of leads here, total sales, and a list here. And then I'm going to click add, or actually I'm going to so AutoFresh is on, it's saved. We're going to go out of edit mode and then just click on refresh. So, oh look, refresh, it didn't get, we want the inverse of this. So let's go back to edit, because I only want close win. So we're going to click on the settings, the filter, include close. Yep. Take this out. Filter where status is close. Confirm. And then we'll click apply and then click save. There we go. So then we edit and then we'll take it out of edit mode. And now me as the manager, I can manage this. I can even see them, but who's assigned, who's winning, how many deals are coming in the pipeline, what is the total value, and then we go to our space. Highly recommend just bookmarking this and the other list to just jump between both of those two. And then here's our sales pipeline, which we have a new client form that we can quickly add new people. And then we have our board, Kanban board. We can see our deals closed. We can see our deals in each of the pipeline, which are in follow-up and progress. All the information is here. And then we have our list where we can track everything. So that should get you started with ClickUp. And if you want to learn more, or if you want my team to come out and build a custom ClickUp setup for you and your business, we set up these lead generation systems, marketing and sales systems for businesses so that they can generate more leads and more sales at the end of the day. I'm Jonathan Acuna. Thank you for joining me. Hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.